福音的生命，prêchez l'évangile à toute créature.
Predicate il Vangelo ad ogni creatura. Todo il mondo the world and preach the gospel to every creature.
Okay, so we're here with the guys and girls from the Metro, and everybody's kind of hanging out, having a good time. That's Abraham there in front, hanging out. You can see everybody. It's probably 10 o'clock right now. Everybody's up, and everybody's extremely high. They've been huffing since they got up this morning, and they are probably got up huffing throughout the night last night. The area itself smells of urine and feces. It's really rough, and these guys are all very sweet in nature, and it's a shame that they're out here. But they're out here, and the reason is because a lot of the kids have been abused. A lot of these kids have come from families that can't afford to keep them, and so they come out here and they get high to make their pain go away, and it's sad. It breaks my heart, really. You can see that they always have smiles on their faces, and but they're huffing every 30 to 60 seconds, and they don't realize that they're causing permanent brain damage, that in fact that the huffing eventually one day is going to take their lives. We've actually lost one about 6 months ago, more like 5 I guess, and you can see they huff from their mouth every 30 to 60 seconds, and they basically take this PVC solvent, wet a napkin, put it to their mouth, and then inhale. Today we have basically the whole gang here. That's Natalie. Natalie had a baby premature at 6 months, about 3 months ago, and now she's back here. So we're just in a bad situation. So we really need your help. I know it's hard to see from where you're at, being in the United States, but we're here and we're on the ground, and we're here seeing this every day, and it's just a fact. Mexico City is one of the worst cities in the world for street kids. Not only do they live in places like this, but they live in the sewer system. They live behind bushes, behind shrubs. They're all over the place. And so we just need your help. We need your help to help us figure this out, to get some money on the ground so we can get them into drug rehabilitation programs, and get the gospel into their hands. You can see right now that they're listening to the book of Matthew, and the entire group sits and gets together so they can listen to the gospel of Jesus Christ, and it's powerful. And we actually have seen a life changed here last week with one of the kids named Juan. And let me see if I can get Juan in the picture. Juan is he's clean, and that's him there. He's clean. He's been to church with us. He's been to a cantata, and he's heard the gospel. And Juan is on his way to recovery, we believe. So we'll just keep praying for Juan. You can see as we're walking around, we're in an urban situation. This is urban sprawl, and this is basically urban slums here in Mexico City, and it's pretty bad. You can see here that some of the homes that are sitting here are just backed up against rubble, trash. Again, just another example of the urban slums here. There's 25 million people in Mexico City, and as the city grows, people are pushed back, and people end up in towns like these, where you can see that there's essentially no street. It's just water and mud. Dogs that are that run throughout the city. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. They're under this car, and the people are pretty desperate. But with people like you back in the States, we can absolutely make a difference. And Jesus said that we're to have an abundant life, and I believe these people are entitled to have one as well.
That God gives us the answers. That God shows us that we're to go out and live a radical life. We can go through the Old Testament. We can look at things like Moses delivering the Israelites from captivity and being chased by the largest army at the time. There was nowhere else to go. So what happens? What does God do? Something very simple and very normal. Or does he do something radical? He parts the Red Sea and they escape. What else do we see? We can go through and think of many things. Off the top of my head, we can think of Jonah. Right? Jonah decided he didn't want to do what God wanted him to do. So what did God do? Something normal? No. He gave Jonah vacation time inside a fish. Right? So these are the things that God's doing. Let's look at the best example that we have. Let's look at Jesus Christ. How did Jesus Christ talk to people? What did he do? So when he was out, was he doing normal things? No. In fact, when the scribes and the Pharisees approached him with the adulterous woman, remember he was preaching, probably in a place similar to this, probably with the same amount of seats. But as he was teaching and preaching, these people burst forward. And they said, we have an adulterous woman, and by the law of Moses, we should stone her. What did Jesus do? He stooped down to the ground and started doodling in the dirt. Right? So this is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be out of the box. We're supposed to live a radical life. And I'm asking you today, are you living a radical life?